Hello, hello. I hope that I'm going to have this on my screen the whole time. So if you comment, I'll be able to see it, and hopefully people who watch later will be able to see it too. Now I have to tell you, this is not reversed at the moment, so I'm hoping that happens when I go to my default scene. But I just want to point out that I have the house concert poster up, and it's going to be here next Saturday night in my living and dining room. These wonderful artists are joining me: Chris Burkett, Shari Talent, and Matt Gerber, and they'll all be doing a set as well as me, and Matt Gerber will be playing his ukulele for me, and then later on we'll do the not acoustic version. The acoustic version is with the ukulele, and it's a ukulele song, but then at the end we're gonna launch the other version of it, which is kind of what Chris calls the radio play version. So anyway, I'm going to go to my default scene and see whether, it's switched. Thank heavens. It's always very strange for me. But I want to make sure that I've got your comments up here so that I can see them. If somebody decides to come on and make a comment. And just hope that works. So here we are. It is Groundhog Day. Oh, I've got to take my glasses off. I'm going to try turning on this light again now, and hopefully it will not screw everything up, because that happened a few minutes ago. Yeah. It asked me if I wanted to have that light on, so I do. Anyway, I'm going to try to center myself, not like, I don't know, it's very strange. Just doing this a little bit different. That's centered. Okay. So I found out what was wrong last time, and maybe the time before that, because none of the sound would work. Well, this time when I opened it and connected the light, actually, it asked me the computer asked me if I wanted to allow this, this thing to join. And as soon as I said yes, all of a sudden the sound was working, because I was in a panic. I thought, oh my God, the sound's not working again. And I had very carefully connected everything. And so I hope we're going to be okay for the rest of this time. I have I want to do the land acknowledgement, of course. And by the way, my hair is kind of weird right now, because I'm going into LaDawn at Teo on Brant Street in Burlington on Wednesday, and she's going to shape my hair so that I can begin to grow it long again. And so right now it's like this. It's like parted in the middle and so forth, because the bangs are coming right into my eyes. And I just want to be able to see the screen. So she's going to do that cut on Wednesday, and it'll be interesting to see what she does with it. But I want to be able to grow my hair long. It's one of the little things that I'm doing to acknowledge my Indigenous ancestry, and I usually do a land acknowledgement now, but I don't have it up at the moment, so I will just do it at my best from my memory. Catherine M. Thompson, Indigenous Cause, St. Thomas, Ontario, Indunjaba, Magwa, Burlington, Ontario, Indigenous. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say there. I'm so used to reading it. And for the land acknowledgement, I will just say, we acknowledge that this event is taking place on the land, the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Wendat First Nations, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, which is the holder of the Dish with One Spoon Treaty, which includes this area. And this is a territory that Indigenous people have traveled on and have, we have Crawford Lake up on the escarpment, which is just amazing. And so Indigenous people farmed there, they lived there, and they've traveled on these lands for centuries. So before any Europeans appeared on the scene. Now, I'm going to do something different today than I had originally planned. Well, first of all, I will say that this is being shared to YouTube only, and my YouTube channel is Catherine M. Thompson Cats Covered. But though I did share the watch page in the announcement I sent to my mailing list, and so I hope that somebody comes on here, and if not, hopefully, they're commenting there and I can't see it, because it seems that the comments that you can make during the live do not show up when you look at the video afterwards. It's very odd. And it's one of the things that I think YouTube needs to fix. By the way, we've got a setting sun out there, so I hope it'll be out of my eyes soon. You can see behind me that we've had lots of snow. In fact, it's so deep. We're not supposed to have much snow later this week, a little bit of snow. And the temperature is rising, not above zero, not above freezing. It'll get up to -6 or 7. And then on Saturday, when we're having this host concert, it's going to plunge again to -17. And so I have some work to do to kind of clear some places around the house, around the outside of the house where smokers can go, and lots of shopping to do and so forth. So anyway, to get on, I was going to do the second story, which is really about how I went from being a singer-songwriter, it went from being a dancer to a singer-songwriter, which is a really interesting story, and I wrote it, and it's all edited and everything, and I cannot find it. It has somehow disappeared in my computer, which is very scary. It could be in Pages. I have no idea where it is. But I thought what I'd do is I'd repeat the Swing Daddy story and sing that. I also, by the way, I'm going to be launching the Little Boat Moon, as I mentioned, on Saturday night. So I will sing that as well with just the ukulele, because that's the acoustic version of it. And I think I'll do that first, actually. So here we go with Little Boat Moon, and this is Matt Gerber on the ukulele, and let's hope it plays. Oh, there, it's going to play. Apple Music, yeah, so anyway. Well, let's see. Let's see if it plays. Okay, forget it. I'm going to do it on my, I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to do it from my phone. I just need to quit that. Quit. Oh my God, this is so weird. Oh, there we go. They keep changing things, and it really makes you crazy. Okay, so here is Little Boat Moon instrumental. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if we can start it from the beginning. There we go. Let's go floating on our little boat moon, set the sail by its star. It'll carry us away through the stars, oh so far, far away, oh so far, so far. It'll carry us away, oh so far. While we're sailing on our little boat moon, my fingers trailing through the blue, I'll be whispering as we go along. I love you, yes I do, oh I do, love you true. I'll be whispering, I love you, I do. My heart is dancing on the deck of the moon, while you're romancing me by crooning a tune. We're up in heaven, but it's over too soon. Sail away on our little boat moon. Sail away on our little boat moon. The owl and the pussycat set to sea. If they can do it, why shouldn't we? The stars are watching us and waiting to see us sail away on our little boat moon. Sail away on our little boat moon. Sail away on our little boat moon. The owl and the pussycat set to sea. If they could do it, why shouldn't we? The stars are watching us and waiting to see us sail away on our little boat moon beneath the starlight. Sail away on our little boat moon. Okay, so Matt is coming tomorrow for us to rehearse that. I'm sure I didn't leave anything out, but I might have come in at the wrong time with that last verse. Yeah, that's Sail Away on Our Little Boat Moon. Anyway, you'll hear it on Saturday night if you're coming in. Oh, here we go again. I'm not sure what that was all about, but anyway, let's just leave it. Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm not sure what happened there, but I did put on a different player for that. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the Swing Daddy story, and then I will come back and do the song Swing Daddy. I'm just thinking, boy, I sure hope that this. Okay, I sure hope that the comment box can be seen, because it can't be seen down below in this little extra window that I have that shows the lots of fun, eh? Here we go. So this story is a salute to the great generation. I'll tell you about my mom and dad and how they and their cohorts got through the Great Depression. My mom was born in 1913 in the village of Victoria Harbour, which is on Georgian Bay, on Lake Huron, near Midland and Pentangasheen. Her high school went to grade 10, and she faced boarding out to Midland or going into service in the home of an Anglo merchant, which Grandpa Godot was not happy about. So he moved the family to Hamilton, Ontario in 1929. Mom was to turn 16 at the end of August. She told Carol's Cash and Carry store that she was already 16. She says that's the only lie she ever told. And they hired her. At the end of September 1929, the crash came that started the Great Depression. A return to school was out of the question, so she continued to work. And by her late teens, she was the manager of the grocery store. Dad was born in I keep saying 20, but it's 1914 in the town of Ancaster. But he went to collegiate in nearby Hamilton, where he excelled as a crack rifle shot, coached by the legendary Cap Cornelius, who also taught music and directed the marching band. I've learned from old photos that Dad played the French horn in the marching band, but he must have played other instruments, because when he graduated in 1931, the Great Depression had already begun, so he joined a 10-piece swing band in Hamilton as the upright bass player. The band played events in Hamilton and all the way to Muskoka. I know they played at a ladies' night because my mother's scrapbook had some programs showing her brother as MC and the band playing for dancing. I asked her once if she'd ever heard him play before they met. She said, "Oh, I knew who he was." And I answered, "Mom, you were a groupie." And we both laughed. So Dad got on well with the band. They had a lot of fun traveling from place to place. I once found his little black book. I think he was the social coordinator of the band. Anyway, his upright bass traveled on top of the car, and one night in a storm, the wind was so strong it blew his bass fiddle off the top of the car and smashed it to bits. And of course, there was no money to replace it. The reason there was no money to replace it was because everyone in the Depression was working to support their family. So the money that he would make from the gigs for the band went straight to his mother to help look after his much younger brother and sister. You got to do what you need to do to see it through. So Dad did what everyone did in the Depression. He took what work was available. He became a bread man, horse-drawn cart and all, and delivered to the Carol's Cash and Carry store that Mom managed. He went into the store to buy matches, and that is how they met. But Dad wanted another job, so he trained as an insurance salesman and left when he realized that he was selling term insurance to farmers who really couldn't afford it. He went on to train as a fireman engineman on the TH&B, Toronto, Hamilton, Buffalo Railroad, and that started his career as a train engineer. Dad made, I already said this, but I'll repeat it. Dad made $10 a gig in the band, and all but his expenses went to his mother to help raise his sister and much younger brother. Mom worked at Carol's Cash and Carry for 10 years. I can't remember her starting salary, but as a manager, when she left, she was making $13.50 a week. Most did not marry in the Depression. Both my parents and in-laws married in 1939. Soon after Mom and Dad married, they moved to St. Thomas. He worked on the New York Central, and my husband's father was on the CNO, both American lines that ran border to border through southwestern Ontario. As engineers, neither my dad nor my father-in-law were allowed to enlist, so they were driving trains for the supplies and forces needed in World War II, and eventually both became leaders in their unions. There's a lot more I could tell you about my dad's musicianship because although he no longer played, music stayed with him all his life. My sisters and I never saw him play, but my mother had in the 30s, and many years later, when he became the general chairman of the union over the Canadian and 4 American divisions, Mom and Dad went to a union event, likely in the States, and at one point, Dad went up to the quintet that was playing and asked to sit in. At first they said, "Go have another rum and coke, old man." He asked again, and they let him sit in for one song. He played that upright bass as if all the years had fallen away. Sorry. Dad sat in for the entire set. Mom took a Polaroid to show us all, but it's the one photo I don't have. So I wrote this song, which is the first one on my EP of my jazzy songs, Cool Cat. It's called Swing Daddy, and it's the story of my dad and Mom, how they met, how we became a family, and it's all about doing what you need to do to see it through. Oh, I'm sorry, people. I'm just about bawling. I don't know why. It's been a long time since Mom died even. She died when she was 101, 4 months and 9 days in January of, it was 2015. And my dad died at 67, so that was a long time ago. So I'm going to play Swing Daddy. Oh, no internet, of course, because I got the airline thing on. Oh, bother. Oh, goodness sakes. There we go. Oh, right. I've got the wrong song because I could not see. Okay, that's not the wrong song. That's New Orleans Moon. Swing Daddy, no vocal. There we go. Daddy was a bassman in a swing band in those dirty 30s, dark depression days. They played dance halls in Hamilton, Muskoka dance pavilions. He played that upright at the old Palais. His bass rode high up on the band car rooftop, and late one night the wind was blowing fierce. Sid threw his case into the ditch, smashed that fiddle all to bits, and Daddy waved goodbye to his career. The 30s taught Daddy's life. Make good with what you got. You can do what you have to do to see it through. If you swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Thump that rhythm, dance all night and day. Swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Mama, swing. Play that bass and chase those blues away. So Daddy took the reins up on a bread truck, delivered to the store that Mama ran. She'd been out dancing with her pals, heard him swing those big dance halls. He bought a book of matches and love began. Then Daddy drove the railway locomotives all up and down the New York Central line, while Mama cooked and Mama sewed, and they built up a happy home, a half a dozen children strong and fine. The 30s taught Daddy's life. Make good with what you got. You can do what you have to do to see it through. If you swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Thump that rhythm, dance all night and day. Swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Mama, swing. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Well, in the end, he was a labor leader. When he was 62 at a railroad union due, they let him sit in for a set. Daddy hadn't lost it yet. He played that bass the way he used to do. And this is Malcolm Connor sitting in for Daddy. Well, now you've heard the story of our family, and every single word of it is true. Daddy was a bass man, playing in a swing band, and Daddy, we're so glad Mama swung with you. Hey, 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 swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Mama, swing. Thump that rhythm, dance all night and day. Swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Mama, swing. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Play that bass, chase those blues. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy. Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy. Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. It's one of my favorite songs to sing. Oh, it's going to go over again, so I have to stop it now. Oops. Hold on. There we go. So I just wanted to mention that besides, it was a wonderful band that played with me, and we did a launch of Cool Cat. Now, Cool Cat can only be found on SoundCloud right now because a couple of years ago, gosh, I can't believe it was that long ago, but I think it was 2014. The Toronto distributor closed his doors, and so as a result, the Cool Cat, Celtic Cat, and Papa's Photo all came down out of distribution. And so they're all on SoundCloud, and I'm absolutely for sure this year going to get them re-released, but probably not until the summer. And the reason is that, and you've just heard this story, the reason is I'm working on this Keynote Concert thing, and oh my goodness, there's so much work to do. The third story that I have to do is the one that I'm not finished yet because it requires a lot of research, and it's going to be all about apprenticeships, a kind of a parallel between arts training and apprenticeships, and also about, getting out there and working, because that's what we all want to do. It's more difficult these days, but the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, and his Liberal government have given a lot of money to the provinces to train skilled workers in apprenticeships. So I'm hoping to find out more about exactly what's going on over the next little while. It's not new. I mean, apprenticeships there was a big push in around 2010 to get them into the, as a choice in the schools. But I think what's going on now is that it will become a really viable choice at the grade 11 when the kids are doing their applications, getting applications ready for college and university. There will also be the third choice of apprenticeship, which I hope will happen for a lot of kids, because as having been in the education system, I know that there's a lot of kids in grade 11 who simply just want to get out and work, and they don't want to go to college or university, or if they do, they have no idea what sort of area to specialize in. And I'm a good example of a lifelong learner. You just never have to stop. You can get your degree at 30, you can get your teaching degree at 40, and you can get your master's at 60. And so, that's something that I'm just hoping apprenticeships become part of that. So you can hear that. You can hear that story. I will definitely tell it next time. Now, the next time, okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to have dental surgery. I know it's a periodontal work done on the last Monday of February. So once again, it will be the first Monday of March that I could do a cat's meow again. And nothing has shown up on the comments. I don't have any idea whether, I'm just going to have to go and look at the YouTube channel and see whether there's any comments there. I think everything's gone out the way it's supposed to go out, but who knows? Things just keep changing all the time, and I have a hard time keeping up with it. So anyway, I don't have anything to end with. Let me just see if I've got a piece of poetry I can read to you. Because, I've done a little bit of writing. It was sort of interesting. I thought I hadn't written anything for the last 3 years. There was just no songs in my head. But then I realized that I actually have written some poetry. I wrote some poetry soon after Jan died. And then I also wrote, and who knows if it'll even be here, in the garden. No, that's not it. It might not even be in here. It's new writing is what it is. Quiet poems and so forth and so on. Well, I might not be able to leave you with a piece of poetry. Nope. So, I wrote a piece recently, and then I can do the first 2 verses of a poem that I wrote shortly after Jan passed away, probably a month or 2 after he passed away. And it goes something like, now that my hair is a silver cloud billowing about my face, now that I shop for one alone and my meals are a disgrace. I'm not going to be able to remember. I'm so sorry. I was trying to get things happening here so you can see what happened. I've got a prescription ready for delivery. Anyway, so I will see you on the first Monday of March, and I'm not sure if that's the 2nd or if it's another date, but I'll get that out soon, and I will explore what happened with the comments, because, gosh, I hope that people haven't been blocked from commenting or something weird like that. But I hope that some of you watch this later, and we'll see. Okay, bye bye. Bye, my pea.